Dieting to burn fat from stubborn areas like your belly, love handles, and hips can be challenging because cutting your calories can quickly leave you feeling deprived, hungry, and miserable. But the good news is that some foods taste great and can help fill you up for almost 0 calories. So today, I want to go over 20 of the best foods that fall under this category, starting with shirataki noodles. These are also called konjac noodles or miracle noodles, and they're called miracle noodles for a reason. These noodles are unique because they are very filling yet very low in calories. Just an 8-ounce serving contains only about 20 calories. Meanwhile, the same amount of regular pasta could cost you as much as 300 calories. On top of the fact that shirataki noodles are low in calories, the calories come in insoluble fiber. When you eat insoluble fiber, you take in fewer calories in carbs than other carbohydrates like soluble fiber and starches. This is because this type of fiber only gets absorbed partially. You'll only drink about 1.5 calories per gram of insoluble fiber compared to the 4 grams you would absorb if you ate a regular carbohydrate full of starches or sugar instead. This means that for an 8-ounce serving of shirataki noodles, you'll effectively only end up with a net intake of 7.5 calories, making these noodles one of the best carbohydrates for burning fat and weight loss foods. Another similar carbohydrate is slim rice. It can be used as an alternative to shirataki noodles. It only contains about 7 to 9 calories for every 100-gram serving. To put that into perspective, the same amount of brown rice would cost you a little over 110 calories. Slim rice is also gluten-free and made from non-GMO konjac flour. This is the same ingredient used in shirataki noodles, but you can eat it in rice form instead, which might be more suitable for certain meals. And the good news is that the texture and consistency of this product are similar to regular rice. Since most veggies are also very low in calories, it might be a good idea to try steaming some vegetables and serving them along with slim rice for an almost calorie-free meal. You should know that there are also many claims about konjac root having appetite-suppressing effects. Unfortunately, more studies are needed to confirm this. But if it does help suppress your appetite, on top of being low in calories, then it could help with fat loss even more, especially if you're hungry throughout the day. Next, we have the cucumber. Cucumbers are very low in calories and very high in water content, which helps fill you up. 97% of a cucumber is made of water, and a 100-gram serving contains only 15 calories, making it easy to add cucumbers to your diet without increasing your caloric intake. On top of that, research indicates that cucumbers may help reduce and control blood sugar levels, which can help ease hunger cravings caused by irregular blood sugar levels. For weight loss, you should eat the unpeeled cucumber because it'll increase the amount of fiber, helping you feel full for longer, and the skin contains many vitamins and minerals. Another very low-calorie food is sugar-free Jell-O. This tasty snack contains only 5 to 10 calories and can help you satisfy your sweet tooth without skyrocketing in your caloric intake. Aside from the low amount of calories, it contains gelatin, which has been shown to help reduce appetite and increase feelings of fullness. Some brands contain no preservatives at all, and if you buy the Jell-O pouches, you can easily take them on the go with you wherever you go. Next, we have zucchini. And not only is zucchini mostly made up of water, but it can be used to replace one of the highest calorie carbs, pasta. You only need a spiralizer, and you can quickly crank some zucchini noodles. These noodles can be used in many delicious low-calorie meals. A straightforward option, for example, is to cook them, add salsa and some Parmesan cheese. And there are plenty of other low-calorie options like pesto zucchini pasta that'll blow your mind. Zucchini contains only 17 calories per 100 grams. Meanwhile, the same amount of pasta has 131 calories and is much less filling. On top of all that, just like cucumber, zucchini might help reduce and regulate blood sugar levels, which can be beneficial for managing hunger cravings. Now, going back to cucumbers as an alternative, we have pickles for our next food. A whole cup of wholes only has 17 calories, and one medium-sized spot contains only about 1 gram of carbs. Since cites are fermented in brine, they offer a unique flavor to your diet, and there are multiple flavors. For example, if you're craving a sweet taste, you can get bread and butter spears with no sugar added, and they'll only cost you around 5 to 7 calories per spear. You want to be careful with the high amount of salt because it can lead to bloating. But unless you need to look your very best very soon, that water weight can easily be flushed out later. Next is one of my favorite fruits, and that's watermelon. Even though watermelon doesn't have 0 calories, it's shallow in calories for a typical fruit. It contains only 30 calories per 100 gram serving, equivalent to 2/3 of a cup. This makes watermelon an excellent weight loss friendly food. For example, one study found that if overweight people eat 2 cups of watermelon daily, they consume fewer calories than they otherwise would, causing them to lose fat over time. On the other hand, if these overweight participants consumed that same number of calories in the form of cookies, they would feel a lot less complete, which caused them to overeat and gain fat. This led the researchers to conclude that eating watermelon daily could help reduce body weight, BMI, and blood pressure. One big reason watermelon is excellent for weight loss is that, as the name implies, it contains a lot of water, 92%. This high water content causes the stretch receptors in your stomach's wall to be activated, sending signals to your brain indicating that your stomach is complete and reducing caloric intake. Another green vegetable that's made up of 96% water is lettuce. There are all different kinds of lettuce, but what they have in common is that they are all deficient in calories. Every 100 gram serving of lettuce only provides an average of 17 calories, making it an excellent food for controlling your appetite and supporting weight loss. If you want to select the lettuce variety with the lowest caloric value, you can choose butterhead lettuce or red leaf lettuce. Both contain only about 13 calories per 100 gram serving. Next on our list is chewing gum. Now, chewing gum isn't a food since you don't swallow it. But if you want to reduce cravings between meals, consider sugar-free chewing gum, which usually contains less than 5 calories per piece. Research from the University of Rhode Island showed that people who chewed gum consumed 68 fewer calories at lunch and didn't compensate by eating more later in the day. Chewing gum also helped the study participants satisfy their cravings and resist high-calorie snacks. Just keep in mind there are now many delicious chewing gum flavors out there, and if you're not careful, you won't be doing yourself any favors by eating an entire pack of chewing gum all at once. Next, we have a super low-calorie vegetable that is often used as a snack when dieting: celery. Celery, once again, has a very high water content, about 95%, and contains only 14 calories per 100 grams. Interestingly, it might provide additional benefits for men besides assisting with weight loss. For example, one study found that supplementing with celery leaf extract increased sperm production, which is beneficial for fertility. On top of that, data indicates that celery might help you control your blood pressure, likely because it contains nitrates. This can also help with one of the significant side effects of high blood pressure, erectile dysfunction. Moving on to a low-calorie beverage, I want to discuss diet soda. For a while, many nutritionists started believing that diet soda was bad for weight loss, even though it's almost virtually calorie-free. The reason was that artificial sweeteners were supposed to increase hunger and sugar cravings. But if we look at the data, some artificial sweeteners can benefit weight loss. For example, one study compared the effects of water and water sweetened with zero-calorie artificial sweeteners, and they aimed to see how each of these would influence weight loss over 12 weeks. They also followed up for an entire year after the study to see how the participants maintained weight loss. Ultimately, the results showed that the sweetener group lost more fat and regained less during maintenance. And in contrast to what you might expect, the sweetener group was less hungry overall during the diet and had better dietary compliance. This showed researchers that sweeteners could be an effective tool for weight loss and maintenance. But aside from weight loss, what about these sweeteners' effects on your health? Well, artificial sweeteners are not harmful. Many of you don't take in more than the maximum recommended amount. As shown by a wide range of studies, the only controlled studies that have been able to find side effects since these theories emerged are in studies on animals. These animals would consume more of the sweetener than any sane person ever would, often going 100 or even more than 1,000 times above the maximum recommended daily amount. Next, I want to give you another great, virtually calorie-free vegetable, bok choy. It is a Chinese white cabbage variation that falls into the cruciferous vegetable category, along with other vegetables like kale, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. Bok choy comprises about 95% water and only has 13 calories per 100 gram serving. It's also a great addition to soups, which tend to be low in calories but filling. Moving on, we have a vegetable that's not green but still one of the best virtually calorie-free foods, the radish. Radishes are full of potassium, vitamin B6, and vitamin C. They're 95% water and contain about 16 calories per 100 grams. They also have some fiber and are excellent for teeth, gums, nerves, hair, and nails. Throwing them into a salad can add some flavor without the additional calories. Watercress is another great vegetable that can be thrown into your salad, which I didn't mention before. Like many other vegetables, it's made up of 95% water. It also contains nitrates, and we've already discussed these benefits for blood pressure. But dietary nitrates can also help improve exercise performance by relaxing blood vessels and increasing nitric oxide levels. This helps improve blood flow and oxygen delivery to your muscles. Also, it doesn't hurt that watercress only contains about 11 calories per 100 grams for dieting purposes. Next, I want to mention some super low-calorie condiments that add flavor while helping with fat loss. Mustard only has 3 calories per packet or teaspoon. Most hot sauces have virtually 0 calories. Horseradish sauce only has about 6 calories per tablespoon. Salsa only has 4 calories per tablespoon. Reduced sugar ketchup only has 1 gram of sugar and 5 calories per tablespoon. Soy sauce contains only 9 calories and about 1 to 2 grams of protein per tablespoon. These are all super low-calorie, flavorful condiments you can add to your meals. Moving on to another fruit that's low in calories and great for fat loss, we have the kiwi fruit. Per fruit, you'll get, on average, just 42 calories. And out of those calories, 2.1 grams are in the form of dietary fiber. Many people experience hunger cravings in the evening, and if you're on a diet, those cravings might even become so severe that it becomes tough to fall asleep. If that applies to you, you should know that research shows that eating kiwis before bed can help you lose sleep. For example, in a study where participants ate 2 kiwi fruits 1 hour before bedtime every night for 4 weeks, researchers found that they fell asleep faster, experienced better quality sleep, and slept longer. Ultimately, they concluded that kiwi fruit could help people get to sleep and stay asleep. Next, we have a fruit often confused with a vegetable, the tomato. Tomatoes are also made up of 95% water. And even though many people avoid them when dieting, they only contain 18 calories per 100 grams. Tomatoes are also one of the best vitamin C and beta-carotene sources, supporting heart health. They're also great for your eyes, skin, and immunity because they're loaded with lycopene and many vitamins, including vitamins K, B1, B2, B3, B5, and B6. Tomatoes bring us to our next super low-calorie food, tomato soup. Tomato soup can be excellent on a diet because it effectively satiates hunger since it takes up a lot of space in the stomach without costing a lot of calories. Of course, it does depend on where you get it or how you make your tomato soup. While some excellent pre-made tomato soups are in the supermarket, many contain additions that spike straightforward calories. So ideally, you'll want to make it yourself instead. The good news is that it's really easy. Mix 500 grams or about 17 ounces of canned whole tomatoes and juice and add 1 chicken stock cube. Then bring it to a boil in a large saucepan or pot. Once it's boiling, sprinkle in a bit of stevia and seasonings like garlic to improve the taste. And that's all there is to it. You'll now have a filling bowl of soup with only about 59 calories. Last but not least, we have the best calorie-free beverage, water. Not only does water have 0 calories, but it can help reduce hunger and assist with weight loss. For example, research shows that people who drink water frequently consume 9% fewer calories on average. Data also shows that drinking water before meals is incredibly beneficial. One study found that drinking 500 milliliters of water, or about 17 ounces 30 minutes before breakfast, lowered total calorie intake by 13%. So try to drink a glass of water when eating one or more of the nearly calorie-free foods outlined in this video. So, those are 20 of the best lowest calorie foods. Now, I want to provide an example of how you can combine all this to create a full course meal with hardly any calories. For example, you can start by drinking a glass of water at the beginning of your meal. Then start your meal with the tomato soup recipe that I just went over before. Next, you'll create a low-calorie noodle salad by boiling shirataki noodles and your favorite low-calorie vegetables. Serve it with a calorie-free Walden Farms dressing like zucchini, celery, bok choy, broccoli, or cauliflower. Finally, finish off the meal with a piece of watermelon or kiwi. If you have an average-sized serving of all of this, you'll end up with a highly satiating full-course meal containing only around 150 calories. That about wraps it up, guys. I hope this video has helped you out. If it has, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want extra help with burning fat or losing weight, head to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. I'll see you guys in the following video. Thank you.